Hi, it's Andrew Mitchum here, Head of Trading at JAS Funds, with a video for June 2019. We've had a really interesting time over May. We've seen a lot of big trends on the market. We've seen, in particular, big falls on most of the British pound pairs, largely due to Brexit and still the ongoing uncertainty. And of course, the changing of the guard, with Theresa May changing very shortly, or standing down very shortly. We've also seen big falls in the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar, and again, that could be partly political as well, with things in New Zealand not too great, and Australia just going through an election as well. And it's really interesting that as technical traders, how we see what you hear on the news, the fundamentals being reflected on the charts. And so it's our job, especially with our manual trading, to try and take trades that are in the direction of those big trends when they occur. And that's what we've been seeing on the manual account, with that account up 6.8% since we started trading that manual, with very, very low risk. On a Monday, only 0.25% risk on a trade, and on the other days of the week, only 0.5%. We reduced the Monday because on a Monday we're at the start of the new week, and we're basically looking at what happened last week, trying to make predictions for the upcoming week. So Monday's always a little bit more of an uncertain day, a little bit like Friday, when Friday's a lot of people closing positions. And so that's always something that's at the back of my mind, especially with the manual trading. With the algorithm, we have a number of positions that are open long on the New Zealand dollar and also on the Australian dollar. And so those are affecting our open drawdowns right now, with some quite large open drawdowns on some of the algorithms, but we monitor those continuously. We are always tweaking the position size, the lot sizes, with our weekly analysis of all of the algorithms, both in testing and in live stage. And so that's always an ongoing process. As always, with our aim is for consistent growth and to keep drawdowns to a minimum. So as we head into June and then into July, we start to head into the traditional quiet months in the forex market, with the Northern Hemisphere summer season starting to kick in, especially as we head into July, with Europe and North America on a lot of holiday times over there. And it's also going to be interesting to see how the US continues to perform. And despite the world's continuous bashing of Donald Trump, the US economy, from all accounts, is still doing extremely well. The US dollar is going very, very well. And again, it comes back to what you see on the news and what you hear. And sometimes, that's reflected in what you see on the chart, sometimes not. With Brexit and with the weakness in the Kiwi dollar, you definitely see that reflected in the news, and you see that reflected on the charts. With the US, it tends to be one side, Trump bashing, whereas in reality on the charts, the US is doing very well. So it's going to be interesting to see how that continues as we head into the summer season in Britain and in America. So once again, this is Andrew Mitchum, Head of Trading at JAS Funds.